So welcome to the practice, and thank you to Eamba for this opportunity to practice a heart meditation today, and an opportunity to come together in community, both here in this Zoom room and also when people listen to the audio later. So in a moment, I'm going to guide a compassion practice, a 3-stage compassion practice. But I actually wanted to sort of begin the session by reading a quote that was read to me very recently, just a couple of days ago. And it really landed with me in a way which I thought was very powerful. Very powerful effect. And it really spoke to the value and the power of the work that we do as mindfulness teachers in times of great suffering and great upheaval in the world. And it's actually a quote from Howard Zinn. He was John Kabat-Zinn's father-in-law. He was a historian, a philosopher, and a playwright. And I'm just going to read the quote to begin. To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness. What we choose to emphasize in this complex history will determine our lives. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places, and there are so many, where people have behaved magnificently, this gives us the energy to act, and at least the possibility of sending this spinning top of a world in a different direction. And if we do act, in however small a way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of present moments. And to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory. The future is an infinite succession of present moments. And to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory. And so perhaps setting an intention for this practice together to be present for those infinite succession of present moments, to fully inhabit the present. As best we can. And also having an intention in this practice to practice kindness to ourselves, having a sense of friendliness towards our experience in this moment, whatever it is. Remembering that we practice kindness and compassion towards ourselves so that we can more easily access compassion towards others. Reflecting on our common humanity and what we share with others. So just coming into whichever position you've chosen for this practice. It might be sitting or it might be lying down. Choosing a position where you can be comfortable for around 30 minutes. Beginning by bringing attention to the breath. So in stage 1 of the practice, we practice responding kindly to the whole of our experience. Perhaps beginning by having a sense of kindliness and friendliness in the breath, gentleness. Softness. You might choose to connect with a sense of kindness by having a sense of appreciation of the breath, of gratitude towards the breath. This breath that nourishes us and keeps us alive. And remembering that this practice is an opportunity to practice self-care towards ourselves, knowing that we can always return attention to the breath. Anything becomes uncomfortable or painful, or if we become distracted by thinking, perhaps. We might choose to use the breath as our anchor into this present moment and as a safe place to rest in. Perhaps the breath is not feeling very accessible to you in this moment, or perhaps it doesn't feel like a supportive place for your attention to be. And if this is true, you might want to explore by shifting your attention away from the breath and attending instead to a sense of contact and pressure somewhere in the body. So maybe the feet against the floor and the sensation of feet against the floor, soles of the feet, where they meet the ground. or perhaps the sense of contact and pressure between your sitting bone and whatever you're sitting on, or if you're lying down, sense of contact and pressure across the back of the body, where it comes in contact with whatever is supporting you. Just exploring, experimenting. Which physical sensation feels like a safe place to return to during the practice, whenever you need to? And if it feels right, gently expanding your awareness around your chosen anchor now to include the whole body, sitting or lying here. Becoming aware of any discomfort or difficulty in the body, any pain perhaps, or emotional discomfort. And turning towards anything uncomfortable or unpleasant with a sense of kindness and compassion towards yourself. Perhaps showing some kindness towards yourself, being a good friend to yourself by placing a hand or both hands on the heart area. Or maybe holding one hand with the other hand, placing a hand on the cheek. Again, perhaps having a sense of kindness and friendliness in the breath. Breathing in kindness and friendliness towards yourself. Softening and allowing on the out breath. And if you're not connecting with a sense of kindness towards yourself in this moment, then that's okay. Not judging yourself for that. It's okay to feel however you're feeling in this moment. Maybe just noticing any tightness or tension in the body, any holding. Just breathing into the sensation of tightness or tension with a soft, kind breath, a gentle breath. And having a sense of releasing, allowing on the out breath. You might want to send yourself some well wishes. You're saying phrases to yourself like, may I be safe. May I be well. May I have peace of mind. Or perhaps choosing other phrases that feel more appropriate for you in this moment, that you feel would nourish you. And saying them to yourself in a kind, gentle voice. And repeating the phrases or your own phrases. May I be safe. May I be well. May I have peace of mind. Now in stage 2 of the practice, bringing to mind a good friend. Best to choose someone with whom you have a kind, simple and uncomplicated relationship. Imagining that your friend is with you in this practice, within this circle of practice. Imagine that you can breathe in kindness towards yourself and breathe out kindness towards your good friend or loved one. Perhaps reflecting on what it is about this person that makes them easy to feel kindness towards. What it is that you share. Perhaps reflecting that just like you, your friend or loved one is breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in kindness towards yourself. Breathing out kindness towards your good friend or loved one. Perhaps sending your friend some well wishes. Perhaps repeating the phrases that you wished yourself. May you be safe. May you be well. May you have peace of mind. Remembering that any time during this practice you become lost or distracted by thoughts or overwhelmed, and it's always okay to return to your anchor. It's always okay to rest your attention there. Coming back. Coming home to the body or home to the breath. Staying there for as long as you choose. So holding this sense of yourself and your good friend in your awareness. Whenever you're ready. And then broadening out your awareness further to include more people. People in this circle of practice here in the Zoom call today. People practicing with the audios in the future. Those around you in the space where you live or work, wherever you're choosing to do this practice. Those around you in the village or the town or the city where you live. Broadening out awareness to include more and more people. Broadening out to the people of Ukraine, those who are suffering. To people who are suffering in wars across the world, wherever they may be, whoever they may be. May they be safe. May they be well. May they know peace. May all the people of the world be safe. May they be well. May they know peace. And now once again, gathering in your attention onto the breath, this in-breath, this out-breath. Perhaps this time imagine that you can direct the breath down through the body, way down through the torso, down through the legs, through the bottom of the feet, right down into the ground. Through the back of the body into the ground if you're lying down. Sense of earthing yourself. Grounding yourself. And starting to introduce some movement now back into the body. Maybe taking a stretch in any way that you feel the body needs. This compassion practice is now complete.